lovely souls, welcome to our channel, a safe place for soft hearts, quiet dreams, and stories that feel like home.
Alright, enough of the intro, let's jump straight into today's video. Why do some people look effortlessly expensive while wearing a basic outfit, while others wear thousands in designer logos and look cheap? It's not about the budget, it's about the code of quiet luxury. Hit follow, because we are cracking the visual secrets and behavior shifts that instantly elevate your aura. Part 1. The Code of Quiet Luxury and Our Roadmap. Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a crowded room and instantly look expensive? They aren't wearing giant logos, blinding glitter, or viral fast fashion trends. Their look is remarkably simple. A crisp white button-down, tailored trousers, an elegant watch. Yet, they radiate an unbothered, deeply grounded aura that commands the entire room. We are currently obsessed with this old money aesthetic, but it's not actually about the clothes. We are obsessed with the peace of mind, the stability, and the absolute lack of desperation that this style represents. Today, we are cracking the code on how to clone this exact identity from scratch, without needing a trust fund or a massive bank account. Here is the exact mind map of what we are covering in this video. First, the Grooming Blueprint. We'll break down the formulas for effortless rich girl hair and skin-first minimalist makeup. Second, the Finery and Fabric Codes. We will look at why sentimentality beats status symbols in jewelry, and how to master the architecture of natural fabrics and tailored fit. Third, grounding the silhouette, the exact footwear, unbranded handbags, and key accessories that instantly elevate a basic outfit. Fourth, behavioral wealth, the critical codes of posture, slow movement, and social presence that make or break the entire look. We will also look at the massive traps people fall into that make them look like they are wearing a cheap costume instead of living an elegant life. But before we dive into the steps, you need to realize the most important thing of all. True elegance is a visual mute button. In a world where everyone is screaming for attention online, quiet luxury is the ultimate flex of confidence. It assumes attention is already guaranteed. Let's get into the blueprint. Part 2. The Grooming Formula, Hair and Invisible Makeup. Now that we have our roadmap, let's start from the very top, because your grooming is the ultimate frame for your entire aesthetic. You could be wearing a gorgeous tailored suit, but if your hair looks neglected or your makeup looks heavily caked on, the illusion immediately shatters. In the world of quiet luxury, the goal for hair can be summed up in one phrase: rich girl hair. This doesn't mean expensive salon visits every 3 days. It means your hair looks prioritized, hydrated, and intentionally styled. You will almost never see this aesthetic featuring rock-hard hairspray, artificial neon colors, or extremely sharp, futuristic cuts. Instead, it is rooted in classic, effortless movement. Think of a soft, bouncy blowout that suggests you have the time to take care of yourself. Alternatively, a low, loose bun, secured with a high-quality tortoiseshell claw clip, or a smooth pony at the nape of your neck. The secret here isn't luxury brands. It's focusing on scalp health and mastering overnight, heatless styling so your hair always looks touchable and healthy. Moving down to the face, the rule here is invisible effort. If modern influencer culture is defined by heavy, full coverage, heavily contoured makeup, the old money aesthetic is its complete opposite. The psychology here is a massive flex of confidence. It relies on the idea that your skin is already beautiful and you have absolutely nothing to hide. The base. Ditch heavy matte foundations for lightweight skin tints or creams that let your natural texture peek through. The brows and eyes. Keep brows brushed up with a clear gel, never heavily drawn in. For eyes, a soft wash of taupe shadow in the crease, a tight line of brown eyeliner instead of a harsh black wing, and a single coat of mascara. The flush and lips. Place blush exactly where you would naturally flush after a brisk walk outdoors, creating a healthy glow. For lips, choose satin finish lipsticks in shade-matched nudes or soft berry stains. The biggest mistake you can make here is trying to look too perfect. When makeup is too sharp or too matte, it signals that you spent hours agonizing in front of a mirror. True elegance whispers that you threw this look together in 5 minutes before running out the door. It lets you shine through the product, rather than the product replacing you. Part 3. Jewelry Codes and the Rule of Understatement. Let's talk about jewelry, because this is where the codes of quiet luxury become incredibly specific, and where it's easiest to spot someone who is trying too hard. In mainstream influencer culture, jewelry is often used as a loud status symbol. Think of stacking 5 different recognizable designer bracelets on one arm, just so everyone knows exactly how many thousands of dollars are sitting on your wrist. It's flashy, it's heavy, and it's deeply rooted in seeking external validation. Old money jewelry operates on a completely different frequency. The guiding principle here is sentimentality and understatement. The jewelry worn in this aesthetic looks inherited. Even if you bought it yourself at a local thrift store, an estate sale, or an affordable contemporary boutique, it communicates history. The pieces are small, classic, and high quality. Your starter pack for this look includes exactly 3 things: a pair of simple, high-quality pearl studs or small, thick gold hoops, a delicate, thin gold chain with a tiny, understated pendant or vintage medallion, a classic square or round-faced watch with a black or brown leather strap. Notice how none of these things require a giant brand logo to look good. A vintage, gold-toned watch from a second-hand shop has infinitely more character and charm than a brand-new, diamond-encrusted smartwatch that flashes notifications every time you get a spam email. The magic of this jewelry is how it transforms an outfit. You could be wearing a completely plain white t-shirt and a pair of straight-leg denim jeans, an outfit that costs next to nothing. But the moment you add a pair of neat gold earrings, a classic watch, and maybe a single vintage signet ring on your pinky finger, that outfit is instantly elevated. It goes from "I didn't try today" to "I am effortlessly chic." The jewelry acts as the anchor. It tells the world that your style is stable, consistent, and independent of whatever trend is currently dominating the market. It's not about showing off wealth. It's about honoring tradition and wearing things that feel personal, timeless, and enduring. Part 4. Fabric Codes and the Architecture of Fit. Now let's get into the heart of the wardrobe. The very first fundamental rule of old money clothing is the absolute rejection of synthetic trendiness. You will rarely find cheap polyester, nylon, or ultra-shiny synthetic blends in a quiet luxury wardrobe. Synthetic fabrics don't drape well, they lock in heat, and they look worn out after a single wash. Instead, this style is built entirely on natural fibers: cotton, linen, wool, silk, and cashmere. And here is a secret: you do not need to spend a fortune on high-end retail. The secondhand market, thrift stores, and vintage apps are absolutely overflowing with 100% wool blazers and silk button-downs from legacy brands. People practically give them away because they don't recognize their value in a world obsessed with fast fashion. Trousers are high-waisted and straight-leg, creating a long, fluid silhouette. Blazers have structure in the shoulders but drape softly over the waist. 2. The palette of restraint. The color system is incredibly disciplined. We are talking about warm creams, rich camels, deep navy blues, crisp whites, stark blacks, and soft olive greens. When you limit your wardrobe to these colors, a brilliant trick happens. Everything matches everything. You can get dressed in total darkness, pull out a cream sweater and navy trousers, and look flawless. Bright, neon, or hyper-saturated colors scream for attention. Neutral colors assume attention is already yours. To build this capsule on a budget, focus on just 4 non-negotiable staples: a structured blazer in navy or black, a classic cable-knit crewneck sweater, and a pair of pleated high-waisted trousers. This uniform completely ignores the frantic trend cycle. Part 5. Footwear Guidelines and Unbranded Accessories. Never underestimate the power of shoes to completely dictate the narrative of your outfit. You could have a flawless look from the ankles up, but if you finish it with a pair of scuffed, clunky, hyper-trendy platform sneakers or cheap, plastic-looking heels, the entire illusion evaporates. In the world of quiet luxury, shoes are treated as an investment in craftsmanship, comfort, and classic form. They are never loud, they rarely have massive metal logos across the top, and they are always meticulously maintained. The holy trinity of old money footwear consists of the classic loafer, ideally in rich espresso brown or black leather. It's the ultimate smart casual shoe that bridges the gap between relaxed and professional. The pointed toe slingback or flat, a delicate feminine shoe that instantly elongates the leg and adds a touch of elegance to a simple pair of trousers. The tall riding boot, a structured leather boot that fits neatly around the calf, perfect for cooler months. And yes, you can absolutely wear sneakers, but they aren't bulky athletic shoes. Old money sneakers are minimalist, low-profile, and strictly clean leather tennis shoes in solid white, off-white, or cream. Now, let's talk about the accessories, the punctuation marks at the end of your fashion sentence. The true old money approach to bags is all about unbranded structure. Look for structured leather tote bags or top-handle bags in rich shades of tan, burgundy, deep forest green, or black. The key is that there should be no massive logo stamped across the side. The bag should hold its shape when you set it down on a table. It shouldn't flop over like a deflated balloon. A well-constructed, unbranded leather bag from a mid-tier boutique or an estate sale looks infinitely more expensive than a cheap bag covered in loud luxury branding. Finish the look with a pair of classic tortoiseshell sunglasses, no rhinestones or giant gold branding, and a small silk scarf. You can tie it around your neck to elevate a simple white tee, weave it through your hair, or tie it neatly to the handle of your bag. These small details give a neutral outfit its specific, refined character. Elegance is in the details. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. I'll see you in the next one.